All right, so let's talk about how do we convert back and forth between radian measures and degree measures and radian measures. So it is just a quick little conversion, a multiplication that we need to do in order to do that. So sometimes we are going to be given our measurements here in degree measures. So do make sure that you are told that they are degree, or they do have the little degree notation here. In order to go from degree to radian, you want to take your given degree and you want to multiply that by pi over 180. So if I want to take 127 degrees, I'm going to take the 127 that they gave me, and I'm going to multiply this by pi over 180. So it's just going to be a straight multiplication across. If you want to put the 127 over 1, you can. Numerator times numerator, 127 times pi is just 127 pi. Over 1 times 180 is 180. Now, depending on where you're going to school how your instructor likes answers left, sometimes you are able to leave your answer in this notation here with the pi symbol already thrown in. Sometimes they want you to simplify this down to a decimal. So just make sure that you do pay attention to your instructions. Sometimes 127 over 180 is a valid answer here. Now you do want to check to see if the fraction can be reduced, but a lot of times they do want this simplified down to a decimal. Now if we do that, we want to go ahead and just throw this into the calculator. Go ahead and do 127 times pi. Do make sure that you use the pi symbol and that you do not round, otherwise your answer is going to be thrown off a little bit due to rounding errors. So you do want to find the pi symbol in your calculator, multiply that by the 127, then divide it by the 180. When you do so, you should be left with 2.2 radians. So we are going to round to 2 decimal places here to give us the 2.22. Very, very similar process here to take the negative 175 degrees. We are given something that's in degree measure, so we're going to take that negative 175 and we're going to multiply it by pi over 180. All right, so the negative 175 times pi over 1 times 180, which is just 180. Again, throw this little bit here in your calculator to reduce it down to a decimal. And if you do negative 175 times pi and divide that by 180, you're either going to get a reduced fraction of negative 35 pi over 36 is what this would be reduced. Or if you're going to simplify this down to a decimal, we are looking at a negative 3.05 radians when we fully convert that. Now, if we are given a measure that's in radians that we want to then convert to degree mode here. So from radians to degrees, you're going to take your given radian measurement and you're going to multiply that by 180 over pi. So for this first example, I'm given 5 radians. I want to convert this to degrees. So I'm going to take that 5 and I'm going to multiply it by 180 over pi. So 5 times 180 gives us 900 here, which is giving us 900 over pi. Again, sometimes simplifying it or leaving it, your answer in this form is fine. A lot of times they do want it reduced to a decimal. So if you do 900 divided by pi in your calculator, you're looking at, again, rounded to 2 decimal places, we're looking at about 286.48 degrees is what we would be looking at for that one. Again, pretty much similar, it is a similar process, almost the exact same thing here for negative 6.28. If we want to convert that to degree mode here, we're going to take negative 6.28, we're going to multiply this by 180, and then we're going to divide by pi. All right, so whenever we multiply this out, negative 6.28 times 180 over pi, rounded to 2 decimal places, again, calculator problem here, we are left with 359.82 degrees for that one.